Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Right. Is the fountain off? Yes. Okay, excellent. Whoever did that, bravo. Thank you so much. Can everyone hear me okay? Yes. Welcome to Coffee Chats. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. It is September 20th, 2022. I am going to quickly just hand it over to Renee so that she can make an announcement, and then I'll move on.
Oh, just put me on the spot. Good morning, everyone. Yay. All right, I want to make a couple of announcements. I've been getting feedback on some of the stuff that we're getting. Hello? Can you hear me?
Better hold it straight out, Renee.
Yep, if you kind of hold
there
it
you
right.
go.
Yep.
Okay, I've been getting a couple of, I'm trying to figure out a word to say it, unhappy patrons. I can only order what my manufacturers have. And a lot of people are not happy with the English muffins. I have to order what they have. If the bread man don't have them, I can check with other sources and see what they have. And another thing, we're glad that you guys are keeping the Rose Room busy. We're enjoying it, me and my staff. Okay. And like I say, if you want to sit a certain place, please put a request form in, because we can't read mine. During after lunch service, we're getting the dining room ready for dinner. So it make you comfortable and make us comfortable, making you guys happy. And if it's somewhere that you don't want to sit, if you want to sit with your group or whatever, your family members or whatever, you have to put a request form in so we can make sure we sit you where you want to sit for dinner and make you happy. If we're making you happy, that makes us happy. We're working for you guys. And like I say about the English muffins, I will look around and see if I can find something different. I'll make sure I'll try to get the ingredients that you guys like. And another thing about the desserts and different things, I'm a germophobic. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm a germophobic. How people touch a lot of stuff, we put, things, I'm trying to put it in a nice way. We put stuff out, so you can see what it is. And people, touch everything, and, this COVID is still out here. I don't want someone that's sick and don't know they're sick, and then you come and touch something that they touch, and you come up being sick. That's something that we don't want. And then you're locked down in your apartment for 5 or 10 days. So that's something that we don't want. So like I say, I'll try my best to see if I can get different items to make you guys happy, because if we're making you happy, we're happy. Happy life, happy wife. All right, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys tonight for your corned beef and cabbage. I got it. I'll see you guys tonight. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, so I would assume everyone would agree we don't want people handling food. Beyond COVID, there's just several reasons why we would not want that. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Okay, I will move on. Here today at 10 a.m. we have Jeff Buchanan here. He is a professor of psychology, and any questions about brain health, cognitive ability, and in relation to the brain, please come and attend today at 10 o'clock. I'm really looking forward to meeting him and for him to be here to answer your questions. He's hoping that if there's anything that you have been pondering about brain health, he will be able to answer those questions. So today in Marion Hall, 10 a.m. Let's see. In addition, of course, today is our Tuesday birthday night. Nick Sharp will be here at 3:30, so 3 o'clock, cocktails and appetizers, or beverage and appetizers, and then our musician will be here. So please join us with that. Of course, on Wednesday, 1 p.m., we have on 9981 TED Talks. So here are the three subjects. Titles here, I'll just read them briefly. How we can solve the dark matter mystery. A photographic journey through the Taliban's takeover of Afghanistan, and a brief history of Spanish. So kind of interesting topics. In addition to that, we have our 1 p.m. cribbage, 1 p.m. art studio. At 3 p.m., the Golden 90s is taking place, as well as 7 p.m. bingo, 7 p.m. 500. All right, moving on to Thursday this week, the 22nd, is our Mystic Lake Casino excursion, and it departs at 10:15. I would like, once that morning, I just kind of want to get a consensus with the group that's going to Mystic Lake. I believe we'll be returning at 3 as opposed to 3:45. I think it's getting a little too long in duration. So once I get a consensus, we'll tell the van driver and maybe leave a little bit earlier. So if you have any comments on that, check in with me. Let's see, also, on Thursday at 9/11, we have coffee chats. Moving on to Friday the 23rd, 1 p.m. we have coffee chats, 1 p.m. bridge, 1 p.m. poker, 4 p.m. happy hour, 7 p.m. we have, of course, our movie, and this movie Friday will be Wall Street. So, has everyone seen Wall Street? It's kind of an interesting and relevant movie, even to this day. Also, I want to let Lori speak. If you don't mind, Lori, I'm just going to have you come up and share about an art project that will be happening in October.
We're trying to plan ahead for some art activities, and for our art activity in October, we're going to have it on the 4th, the first Tuesday of the month at 1 o'clock in the art room, and we're going to be doing paint for ornaments. One of our residents, Janet Huggins, has been doing this for quite a while, and she's quite knowledgeable. She will be holding the class and will be assisting. We will be decorating 2 ornaments, and I will be having those 2, one of the ornaments out in front of the atrium sign-up sheet so that you can see one again, but they give you quite an interesting effect when you drip your paint down over the ornament. So we will be making 2 ornaments, and she will be doing the demo, the directions, and all of that on October 4th at 1 o'clock. There will have to be a charge for this. We normally haven't had one recently, but there will be a $10 charge that you will have to pay when you enter the class. We have a small sign-up list of only 8 people that will be able to do this. So if it's something that seems worthwhile, we may have to schedule another one. But that's October 4th. Thank you.
Thanks, Lori. Okay, is there anyone else that would like to share something? I just want to, Norma, go ahead.
There's been several requests to go to the Dayton project downtown Minneapolis, and Elaine McCroot and I ventured out yesterday. All it is an empty room, like, looks like the atrium,
Yes.
white and black. They have one receptionist selling some bottled pop, telling people that there's nothing there. The marketplace that they've been advertising is closed for the summer, so I don't think they're gonna open, because who wants to go in the winter? And so it's a good idea to just skip it. I'm pretty good at adventuring out to things, and they're not even nice. They wouldn't even let me sit down on a sofa in a greeting area for this accounting firm.
So does everyone know, everyone's aware of the Dayton Project? I'm sure you read about that. It was open for a couple months out in the public, I think last year. I have had a lot of requests for the Dayton projects. I did inquire into that, and absolutely it's not open to the public. It's not worth really seeing. They're trying to get it together. I don't know if it's a funding thing or what it is, but unfortunately it is not really open to the public as of yet. And also, just in regards to also the excursions, I so appreciate your input. It just kind of gives me ideas, it makes me brainstorm, do research, which I really enjoy. So keep that coming. Jackie was kind enough to share that at the Minneapolis Institute of Art, there's a Botticelli and Renaissance exhibition, and so we will be doing that in November, and I don't think it's ever been seen in the public in the United States, so it's exciting. So, any input that you have, the excursions, I really appreciate it greatly. Thank you so much. I also want to discuss the Twins game, which is the excursion for next Thursday. There's still quite a bit of tickets left. We have been told that there's going to be, in addition to kind of make it even more fun, besides going to the Twins game, we will be met by someone, greeted, and then I guess our name will be up on the board, and we're going to be given some, so we're really going to be pampered, shall we say, at the Twins game. In addition to that, maybe we will even receive some Twins swag, some gifts as well. So please sign up and join us for the Twins game next week. It will be a lot of fun. Let's see. I think that is it. Jeff, do you have any? Welcome back, Jeff.
Good morning.
Morning.
Well, the Twins certainly can't play baseball. Maybe they can host a party. Good morning, everyone. Late breaking news, thank you, from last night. The football board winners. Sandy Colb's won $20 and someone else won all the rest of the money. Should I use your name, Sylvia, or keep it quiet? All right, I'll keep it quiet. Congratulations. As each day breaks and things happen, let's say that next Thursday, is it next Thursday that the Twins are?
Yes.
It's raining like mad. And, huh?
We'll have an awning over us. I made sure we have an awning. So we have protection.
I love the job that Jillian is doing, but if she's not going to give me poetic license, I'm going to put her in her office when I'm talking. Say you don't know if we're going to go or not. Turn on channel 991. As things happen and things change, or you're talking about when we're coming back from Mystic Lake, if we get something changes from what you signed up for to what's actually going to happen, or what we posted is going to go on changes, go to 991. We do a very good job of updating things so that you're up to date. What really hurts, if we're going to leave 15 minutes early and the elevator opens up and you see the van driving off, that's no good. So, and obviously if we did leave early, we'd probably call each and every one just to remind, but you never know what could slip through the cracks, so please use 991 as a tool for changes. Does anyone, how is 991 working for folks?
Better.
Not at all?
This morning it was off.
Yeah.
Okay,
At 7 it says channel not available.
all right. If you get the channel not available,
Yeah.
that usually should be remedied by resetting your cable box
Right.
or your adapter box.
Yeah.
Does everyone know what that means?
Plug it in.
Unplug it and plug it in. Yeah. That's what I love about technology. It's the things that they're self-driving cars, all of that stuff. And the way to fix most of the things electronic is to unplug them and plug them back in. There you go. Does anyone have?
Including computers.
Including computers. There was a small talk of COVID, and I cannot say how beautiful everyone looks. I didn't see so many of you when we all had masks on. I know that you're beautiful, even though you have a mask on, Jackie. But I'm not afraid of COVID. I don't believe any of us are. At the same time, it does exist, and we want to be aware of it. And like Renee had said, if we test positive, we've got to quarantine and all that stuff. We don't want our employees going into your apartments if you test positive. So what we're saying, please let the front desk know. I mean, we're not posting stuff, we're not sending letters out anymore, but that does not mean that we don't want to be aware if someone is sick. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, Jackie.
Well, I just wear a mask because I feel safer with it.
Amen. And Jackie just wears a mask because she feels safer. It's America. We can all do what we want. On a personal note, before COVID, I would see people wearing masks, and I would say, are they paranoid or what? Shame on me for judging people. Now I see a mask and I almost say, hey, they're sharp, they're taking care of their own boat. Good job. Good job, Jackie. Those of you that have garages, we're coming to that season that no one likes to talk about. And if you're not going to drive your car, please give up your garage. I say that selfishly because the number one hurdle in renting apartments at Ridgepoint today is lack of garages. We all want neighbors that are independent, that are active, that are fun, that do all the things that we like to do. Well, those people oftentimes drive. And oftentimes they may have a new car, and if they don't have a place to park their car in the garage, they go on the wait list, and that is not always a pretty place to be. So, keep in mind that throughout the winter, if you need your car, we can go outside and we can start it, get it warmed up, get it ready for you. If we know that you're going to need the car the next day or when you're going to need your car, we can arrange to have that car even in the car wash of the garage overnight so that you just jump out and get in it. Okay? So, and you'll save $60 a month. Does anyone have any questions on anything?
I'll ask Jeff,
Yeah.
why are so many cars parked out here every day, every night, especially on the weekend?
Why are so many cars parked out here every day, every night?
Yep. Yes.
They are because they're residents oftentimes. I mean, that's what you're getting at, right? And I understand that. They're on a wait list for a garage. We're saying you park in front. I'd rather have our residents park in front than have our residents park out in the north lot and traverse icy roads and all that stuff where visitors. It's not a perfect situation. And yep, we've got people that take advantage and they park their car in the handicap spot and it never leaves.
That's right.
And that's on me. That's on our policy. That's not enforcing. And not that you care about any of the problems that I have in my job. But when you say, Roger, please, don't park in front of the building. Roger moves his car. The next day, I drive by.
Somebody else is
No, Roger's back there. Roger, we had this talk yesterday. Could you please not park in front? Okay, I'll move it, I'll move it. Okay, so the next time is 2 days. And it's like a rented mule. You just gotta beat it and beat it and beat it and beat it. Now, I wish it was Roger so I could treat him like a rented mule. But, so, and weekends there's lots of visitors. And it is crowded, and as winter comes, we will maybe get off our hind end and address some of the people that might be abusing the spot. Because ideally, we've got a number of spots in back of the west building, you know, where the green signs are. Are they ever full? No. So that's not that inconvenient.
I was able to park in the back lot for 2 years waiting for my spot, so
Thank you.
I don't have too much sympathy sometimes. I don't do
Exactly.
rules and rules.
And you won $80 on the football board yesterday, so you're not going to get a lot of sympathy from this crowd.
But it only pays for 4 years of playing.
Sylvia says it took her 4 years of playing on the football board to win once. That is the God's honest truth sometimes, isn't it? Sylvia, when did you move in?
September 27th, 2015.
In 2015, she was on the wait list for a garage for 2 years. Was it 2 years?
Almost, it was 2 winters.
2 winters. Gosh, I love those days. We've got a lot of apartments to rent. Yeah, Sandy. That's the other Heinrichs. And
There's visitors that are always parked by those trees on all those yellow lines.
yep, no problem.
Really, it
Yep.
used to be, we couldn't park on the yellow lines, and what's different?
I don't know when it used to be. We've got the yellow lines there because in a perfect world, as long as they're the last spots to fill up, that's what I would say to that. When everything fills up on the diagonal parking, we don't tow anyone, you know, and maybe we should. But it's not, in my mind, it's not the end of the world if we're parked parallel along the yellow curb. Lloyd, did you have something?
I do not like styrofoam.
Yep.
I wonder if we could have a show of hands of how many people in here really resent the fact that at noon, everything is served on styrofoam.
Yep. How many resent the fact that okay?
I'd like to go on if I may.
Go on. Yep.
We were told last week that one of the problems is the residents have been taking the dishes
Yep.
and cups and silverware and not bringing them back.
Yep.
I don't know if that's fact or not. I would like to know if it is fact.
That is absolute fact. Absolute 100% fact. Well, there's that, and also some of them end up in the garbage.
I understand that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know how much styrofoam costs today.
Dirt cheap. That's why we use it.
Is it cheaper than buying plates?
Oh God, yes. We went from 50 plates to 40 plates in 3 days. I mean, go ahead, Lloyd. I'm sorry. I understand what you're saying. Cost benefit, what's cheaper?
Yeah. You always talk about you want good experiences.
Yep.
Every time I eat off of styrofoam, that good goes smaller and smaller.
And it fills up the landfill.
Yep.
That's right. And the waste baskets aren't big enough to hold it.
Nope.
Yep.
And it's made from petroleum.
Yep.
And you know what that's doing? And then the environment issue, I know it costs a little more, but I would say consider the cost.
All right, then, so, I understand your point exactly. Then my question back would be, is it cheaper, or is it, even if it's not cheaper, is it better to have hard plastic or China or whatever and replace and throw in the trash and the silverware and all that? They make magnets for food courts where they dump the garbage over the magnets and all the forks and silverware attached to the magnet. We looked at them. I mean, we're not alone. Okay. When there's a long silence from me, that means I don't have an answer, and I feel like the president walking the fence trying to make everyone happy. Go ahead, Lloyd.
If you know for a fact that that's been happening, that they end up in apartments, then deal with the people that are doing that. Not give a blanket statement that all the residents, which is what we heard last week, are taking these in their apartments.
What did you, who did you hear this from last week? Renee? Did she talk to Coffee Chats?
She did. You know,
Okay.
completely different tangent off this, but I do know that, for instance, my bands have disappeared, so people are using things and not returning them.
Jillian's
So,
bands,
I mean,
exercise bands are disappearing. And trust me, I get some of this is the price of poker. If you're going to have free yogurt, you're going to have people take 8 to 10 servings of yogurt a day. If you're going to have continental breakfast, people are going to come down and take a loaf of bread. When you have juice and stuff, people are going to take quarts of orange juice. Long ago, I quit fighting that fight. Just long ago. It's like, okay, if that quart of orange juice means that much to you, God love you. So, where are we? Yeah.
Can there be a write-up in the communicator so that everybody that doesn't come to the coffee chats is aware of this and maybe bring their plates back?
What oftentimes happens, yes, there could be. And one thing that really bothers me when employees say, we've tried that and it doesn't work. We have tried that and it doesn't work. But does that mean we shouldn't do it again? Absolutely not. Who does the communicator?
Barbara Bunt.
Barbara and Susan?
Yes.
I'll get them to put it in there. Lloyd again?
Will they serve me if I bring my own plate?
No. They won't.
Why not?
I don't know, they said it's because of COVID, because I tried to bring
Sanitary.
my
Bring your
soup
soup
out and
bowl,
they
they
won't
put it
do
in
it.
styrofoam and then pour it in your glass.
There are also things, another thing I dislike is when people say, we've always done it that way. Really. I want to find here a good reason why we can't. Okay? If we can't, okay, then let's have a regular plate of ours, put it on there. If there's a will, there's a way.
A code or something, I would assume some type of health code.
Right, and if the resident's personal plate doesn't get back behind amongst our food, we can dig into that. I think I'm leaning toward just buying some more plates. And it takes a village, just like raising children, it takes a village. We've got to look and see, we need to spy on our neighbors and see which ones are bringing plates up to their apartments and seeing when they're bringing them back. And
Number one, I can't believe anybody would want those plates.
yeah, Lori,
I was gonna say, maybe if in the kitchen they ask whether you're eating it here or whether you're taking it to your apartment, all the ones going to the apartment get on site. I don't know, I know it's an extra step.
That's how we used to do it, but indeed, Lori, I agree with that. Yep.
Could you repeat what people are saying, please?
Thank you, Carol. Lori is saying, when you go through the line, let the kitchen know whether you're going to be eating down here or up in your apartment. And if you're going to be eating down here, you would get a permanent plate, soup bowl, what have you. Silverware, all that good happy stuff. If you're taking it up to your apartment, plastic and styrofoam. Yep. And
If we have to have styrofoam, the amount of garbage in there is absolutely disgusting. We
Okay.
either need another matching garbage bin or a big one. I
Thank
mean,
you.
if you eat later, you can't even get your garbage in there.
yep. Sandy.
Since we're complaining,
Yep.
I just have to say that after our last get-together down here with the hot dog, you know, or whatever it was, I took almost half a bag full of, or a paper bag of cans out of the garbage that I could see. Okay, those cans and those plastic bottles are all recyclable. We
Mhm.
have recycling bins, we can't be so lazy to not use them.
And shame on us. It sounds like we probably didn't have a recycling bin available.
That's right.
Yep.
You know, it's, you know, yeah, there's global warming. Somebody should do something about that. Well, we're all somebody.
Mm-hmm.
We need to pay attention and use the recycling properly and recycle everything we can.
Keep in mind that paper, I believe, is the most efficient way to serve food.
Yes.
Because those plates need to be washed. And they need hot water, they need chemicals, all that stuff that if we really want to get tree huggerish, or whatever you want to call it. But also, if we're aware of the carbon footprint we're making, we can go ahead and use conventional tableware, I think. Don't you think, Jillian?
I would say yes.
All right. Yeah.
Is there a reason we're not taking paper plates as an alternative to the styrofoam? There's a lot of paper plates in it.
The question is there a reason why we're not using paper plates as an alternative to the styrofoam? Because a paper plate oftentimes is flimsy, and people spill them and drop them, and it's just not as easy to carry. We can't have our head in the sand and say, oh, everyone take a paper plate, and we've got, look around, some of our favorite neighbors, some of our favorite people in this place have walkers or wheelchairs or what have you, and it's difficult for them to get around, so we've got to accommodate as many people as we can. That I would be the number one reason for that.
I don't buy the ones that are flimsy, I buy heavy duty ones.
Yep,
I don't know that makes.
heavier duty ones. I think what this coffee chat proved is you don't like styrofoam. Okay, so if we know that you don't like styrofoam, we will seek out an alternative. All right, Pat?
I was just gonna say, they do have recyclable containers. It's more expensive to buy.
Where?
Well, in a lot of the, like, my son's.
We had the fold-up cardboard ones for a time.
Yeah.
I know that,
You can't,
there are fold-up paper containers.
just like the styrofoam.
Let me go back. You don't like styrofoam.
Right.
We will come up with a solution so that we don't sit here and talk all day. All right.
Jeff, the colleges, all of the state colleges use recyclable paper products. So they're all
Yep.
there, they can't be that expensive.
Exactly.
They're more expensive than the
Okay. You need a joke? Who asked that? Ellen, thank you. Thank you. Let me think of one here.
Do we have a resident biography today?
Do we have a resident? Not today. It's gone too long.
Okay.
Patty, are you next week?
I was last week.
You did talk last week.
No.
Okay, then you're next week. Guy goes into a psychiatrist and says, Doctor, I think I'm a set of drapes. Doctor says, pull yourself together, man. Jackie, you had to take your mask down so you could laugh, didn't you? Thank you. Today is what date? Dallas Scout, happy birthday. Tomorrow, Del Ebert. How old is Del Ebert going to be?
100.
Thank you. 100 years young. Del Ebert. How many of you have been watching the funeral for the Queen? I am surprised. By a show of hands, who thinks that English royal system should go away? How many love it? Okay. I was talking to a group yesterday and I was surprised how negative they were on it. Now, they were negative people. You know what? I cannot tell you how much I missed you folks. And the thing I like more than anything is just disappointing you with something stupid. I shouldn't be laughing. 922 Rhoda Tolles and Mike Mudry. 924 Susan Dillahunt. Susan down here by chance? I've never met Susan. Was she here? Okay. The 25th, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Marlene Lacascio, Arlene Jackson, Judith Stafford, and Lorraine Mullen. And the 26th, Abby Nelson. Happy birthday, Abby. And on the 27th, Gail Lightower. Is she back there? No?
She was down here.
All right. Anniversaries. Paul and Darla Hansen on the 25th. All right. Let's sing happy birthday to our friends. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you. Have a good week, everyone.